Hi, I'm Irvin Johnson. In this presentation, I'll talk about data privacy and accountability in the Clearview AI case. Haynes Boones describes how Clearview scrapped billions of images from websites and social media, then sold access to its facial recognition database to law enforcement and private entities. That created investigative benefits, but also serious issues around privacy, consent, surveillance, and accountability. And using the NIST AI risk management framework and Kirschlager's human rights-based approach, I'll walk through three governance strategies: consent and data minimization, transparency with human oversight, and accountability and redress mechanisms. Clearview built its database by scrapping publicly available images from social media and other sites and turning them into searchable face recognition tools. Most people had no idea their photos would be used this way or that police and companies could run their face through a commercial system. This isn't just a question of what's technically possible, it's also about whether data collection and use respect privacy, autonomy, and dignity. There's also a surveillance feedback loop. Communities that are already heavily policed generate more images and more interactions, which then lead back into systems like Clearview and justify further monitoring. Over time, the burden of this technology falls disproportionately on marginalized communities. Kirschlager reminds us that ethical AI has to center human rights, not just efficiency. Clearview shows what happens when that perspective is missing. The first strategy that we'll discuss here is around consent and data minimization. And this is primarily Clearview's responsibility. So people did not knowingly consent to their faces turned into biometric identifiers in a commercial database. The availability of a photo is not the same as consenting to facial recognition, especially at this scale. Clearview should have taken a consent-based minimal collection approach, clear notice, permission where appropriate, narrow the purposes, real outputs and deletion opportunities for consumers, and strict retention limits. Organizations should only collect what is necessary for a legitimate, clearly defined purpose and not keep biometric data indefinitely. The second strategy is transparency with human-in-the-loop oversight, shared between Clearview and the organizations using its system. NIST's AI risk management framework highlights transparency, accountability, and explainability as core characteristics of trustworthy AI. Users should understand where the data comes from, how the system works, and what its limitations are. Clearview should have explained or disclosed its data sources and scrapping practices, explained model limitations and potential biases, and they should have also shared performance testing results. That kind of transparency would have helped users interpret outputs appropriately. Here it's useful to separate transparency and explainability. Transparency means clearly disclosing how the systems operate and how it's used. Explainability means about how a particular match influenced a specific decision. For law enforcement and private entities, human oversight means treating matches as investigative leads, not final answers. Trained staff should review every match, check context, and prohibit decisions based on AI output. That's how you reduce the risk of acting on false positives and align with emerging expectations around biometric privacy and responsible AI use. The third strategy is accountability and redress. And this responsibility falls mainly on the law enforcement agencies and private entities that deploy Clearview's system. No AI system is perfect. Misidentifications will happen. So let's imagine a mother who's wrongly flagged during a traffic stop. Even if the error is corrected, she may face humiliation, she may miss work, there could be legal costs, and sadly, her children may lose trust in institutions, right? That scenario raises a core question. When AI is involved, who is accountable? The key principle is that responsibility never shifts to the algorithm. Institutions cannot say, well, the AI did it. Humans and organizations must remain accountable for any decisions that use AI as input, especially when rights and freedoms are at stake. Practically, user organizations should document when and how AI influenced decisions, provide clear ways to challenge AI generated matches, investigate complaints with independent review, and offer meaningful remedies when harms occur. This is consistent with a human rights based approach that values both prevention and recourse. So, putting these strategies together shows that responsible AI requires governance across the entire life cycle, not just at the model stage. Consent and minimization govern how biometric data is collected at the design and development stages. Transparency and human oversight govern how the system is deployed and used in day-to-day operations. Accountability and redress govern how structures respond when failures and harms occur. That structure mirrors how NIST's AI risk management framework describes managing AI risk over time. These strategies also support core values. Consent protects autonomy and privacy. Transparency and oversight build trustworthy AI use. Accountability and redress ensure institutions remain answerable for the harms they cause even when AI is involved. Kirschleicher's human rights perspective reminds us that if AI is going to be compatible with dignity and fairness, these values have to be embedded in how we design, procure, and deploy systems. The Clearview case is a reminder that innovation without governance can undermine the very rights AI systems are supposed to serve. Thank you. And here are the references used for this presentation and will certainly be documented. Thank you.